welcome to another episode of the Lone Recruiter Podcast. I'm your host, Brett Clemenson, and today we are joined by Natasha Lee. Natasha, welcome.
Thank you for having me. I feel privileged.
Oh, very good. Well, if you're watching at home, we did not colour coordinate our wardrobe, but we are wearing the same hue of green. Ironic, because you're a mining expert in recruitment. Hey, why did I get you on today, Natasha? It was because I saw a post you did on LinkedIn last week, and I loved it. I did, because I reached out to you and went, hey, this is bloody genius. And I thought that our audience today could get a lot out of that. So for anyone who doesn't know Natasha, when did you jump out on your own? You've gone out on your own recently.
April, I think. Yeah, it's only been 2 months or so.
There you go, and already knocking the lights out from what I can see. But look, I saw one of your posts, and I immediately just had to get you on. And I'd love you to talk through the logic, rather than me just giving it away. Essentially, it was to do with an approach to a new client, which I love. Would you like to walk me through it?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for asking me to talk about it. So, as everyone knows, to have alerts set up, whether that's Seek or LinkedIn, for your specific remit that you recruit in. So I have some Seek alerts set up for a specific remit, and I noticed a company advertised once, and I took a look at it and I left it, but I read over it and I was like, oh, that's really a bit of a dodgy job ad. It looked like a copy and paste of a position description. Had my pet peeves on there: exciting opportunity.
Dynamic.
Dynamic role, exciting opportunity, competitive salary. And it actually didn't even have a benefits section. It was about us, about the role, apply. And so I left it at that. I wrote it down. I checked, I got another alert. They'd re-advertised a couple of weeks later. So it was the second time popping it up a month after, straight after. So I put in a call to the MD and I said, look, just calling from a bystander point. I am a recruiter in this particular area, did my pitch. I said, but the reason for calling is to offer you some advice around your job posting. And then we just got to chatting about their internal team. Their HR function is non-existent. They're a small company. They've been family owned and operated and been around for a long time. And I was just offering advice. I said, some key points to look at are: you have no benefits section. Competitive salary is the most overused word to describe a salary package. Exciting opportunity. Hand on heart, that doesn't look very exciting. He rolled with the punches, and he was actually asking me a lot of questions, and we ended up speaking for about half an hour, and then it ended up booking into a meeting. Whereas that particular position, that was the fourth time they had advertised over a 12-month period.
No luck.
So I was no luck. Yeah,
right.
No luck.
Right. And so you were basically coming in. And to a lot of recruiters, the idea of doing what you just did would petrify them. Because, hang on, what, you want me to call the MD and tell them that they suck? Like, I totally get on board with this logic, but there'll be a lot of people listening going, oh, wouldn't that be rude? Like, did it cross your mind that this could be crossing a line?
Yes. And, 2016, me, recruiter, maybe wouldn't have made that call. But from all of the sales training I've done and the development I've done and the personal development I've done and the confidence that I've built in myself and the value I can bring to the industry, and I'm not calling you like another recruiter saying, hey, saw you've advertised this, I've got a candidate, not reverse marketing a candidate. I'm like, what's a different reason to call? And it was an advice standpoint. And I said to him, do you mind if I be upfront and honest with you? If I were a job seeker, could I give you my feedback on the ad? And then he said, okay, go for it. And that's when I grilled him.
I love it though, because, I think, the recruitment sector is maturing in a lot of ways. And I've been around for a couple of years, shy of 20 years now. So I was pre-GFC. God, I feel old saying that. Why am I even quoting the GFC?
You must have been 18 when you started. You only look 25.
Thank you. It's the camera.
My maths is nothing.
There you go. You got the left hook and the right punch down pat. What was I saying? So, I think the industry's changing because you're not the first person to kind of go in with the whole, if I just give good advice, it'll come back to me. I think in the past, that would have made people so nervous. I know I worked for a company who would have said, no, don't teach them how to do what we do. Don't tell them all our tricks and secrets, because what value do we bring? And then I think fast forward, 10 years seeing what you're doing, people realize that no, great advice is great advice. All great advice does is paint you as the expert, right? And once you're painted as the expert, who are they going to ask for help when they need it? Clearly they needed it too, right?
Yeah. It was awesome. We got to completely reinvent their advertising. We got to, I went in and met them and understood their hiring process, understood their challenges, just acted as my favorite thing to do is act as an extension of someone's business. And they let me in and they welcomed me with open arms, because I came from a softer approach, if you will, with the advice standpoint.
I get a real sense from your style too, is that because you've been doing mining for a long time, that your mindset is big term, is big picture. It's not just this placement, hitting a KPI. I just need to cram a CV in, as you say, and make a placement. Because I think when you have that big picture in mind, things like this open up, and you might not get a win today, but you're going to get wins over time. And have you had any wins with them yet, outside of just giving them some time and advice? Have they given you any briefs, out of curiosity?
Yeah, we made a placement.
Oh wow!
It was it was one of the first roles that I got on, and I just so happened to have someone in my network in that space. Because in the back of my head, I was like, I recruit for what they need.
Yes, of course.
And I have someone in mind, but I'm not going. I'm going to call with a different approach. So, they were like, "How did this happen so quickly?" And I said, "Well, that's what recruiters do. We're networked well enough that we put the pieces together. You may have had a vacant need for 12 months, but you need ABC. And in my list of everyone that I network with on a regular basis, I know that Billy was looking for ABC, and I align it up. So yes, it may look like it was quick for you, but I've been talking to him for a year trying to find him that particular opportunity." And he was like, "Oh yeah, okay, it makes sense."
I absolutely love this story, and I reckon that people listening to this are gonna change tack. The advice really we're giving is, if canvassing isn't working, if you're in a tightening market, try this. Just try it. There's infinite markets out there.
Yeah, and you don't even need to reverse market a candidate off an ad, like an ad chase. We all call it an ad chase. You don't need to reverse market a candidate as your first point of call. You can use a softer approach, like, "Hi, I'm an expert and a specialist in ABCD. I see your advertising. I just want to introduce myself. Good luck with the advertising. I hope it brings in the talent that you need. But if you don't, here I am." And just keep on the ad chase, but don't sell that hard. And just set yourself apart, because we know everyone's reverse marketing with a candidate every single phone call they're making. So if you can make it a bit different of a bit different of an approach, like I have, it just makes you look a little bit different to everyone else.
Well, Natasha, I love it. Thank you so much for jumping on.
Thank you for having me. I love your little short, sweet podcasts.
Oh, thank you.
When I'm doing a hot lap around the block with the dog.
Hot lap. Yeah, that's it. We're designed for the hot lap. That's the best way to describe it. No, you know what? Us recruiters have short attention spans because we've got to get to the next thing, Love
Absolutely.
it. I love it. Hey, everyone listening at home, if you got anything out of this, like, share, subscribe, follow Natasha, follow her journey. She's very vocal about it. I got gold out of it. You're going to get gold out of it. We're all here to be friends and play nice. So let's connect with everyone. As always, have an amazing day. May all your deals come true.